Thanks for joining us this evening for these video announcements. I want to share with you a few quick announcements and then share with you about the church regathering. So I hope you will stay through with me for these next few minutes. One of the announcements that we want to share with you is that we're offering several Zoom classes, Zoom groups called focus groups, and you can go to trivillage.churchcenter.com/groups and click on focus groups. And you can look at the 8 groups that are being offered. These will last for only 4 to 5 weeks, but registration deadline is this Sunday, May the 17th. You can find more information also in my PS Weekly email that came out today. Also, seniors in our church, I want to recommend an online Bible study for you with Roy Lawson. Roy Lawson has been a guest speaker here at our church a couple of times over the last several years, and he is an excellent Bible teacher, and he has an online Bible study on the book of Philippians. If you go to YouTube and if you search for Discovering Joy with Roy, you'll be able to pull up the first 2 or 3 episodes, and a new episode is added each week. Parents, there are children's resources available on our website at trivillage.org/kidsresources. There are worship resources and lessons that can be used to help them in their walk of faith. I also want to remind you that we're having another drive by the church for pickup and delivery of various items, and that'll be held this Saturday, May the 16th, from noon until 2 p.m. You can pick up home communion. You can drop off donations for the homeless shelter, Vertical 196 in Newark. You can drop off notes of encouragements and also your offerings. I want to go ahead and remind you, we will not have a drive-by on Memorial Day weekend, but the following weekend, on Saturday, May 30th, we'll have another one from noon until 2 o'clock. Starting this Sunday, we're beginning a new sermon series entitled Connecting to Jesus. Our purpose statement here at Tri-Village is we exist to connect people to Jesus and one another. And in this very unusual time of history, I thought it'd be good for us to dig a little bit deeper into the lives of those who connected with Jesus in various circumstances. This Sunday's sermon will be connecting to Jesus when you feel you may not need him. You can read John chapter 3 in advance, and that's what we'll be covering. I want to spend the last part of our time together talking about regathering in one spot as a congregation. Our leaders are beginning to look at options for reconvening worship services at the church facility. I want to remind you of a few things. One of those is there will be no perfect plan. With all the various guidelines and safety precautions that we're going to need to take, no plan is going to fit every individual. Number 2, we know there are going to be some people who have some anxiety about attending initially, and we want to encourage those who do have that kind of anxiety to continue to participate with us on our online worship services. We will be continuing online worship services even when we reconvene here at the property. And number 3, as you can already guess, the protocols that we're going to have for church are going to be much different than when we last met here at the church on Sunday, March the 8th. As plans are finalized for a regathering, we will communicate those protocols to you. I want you to understand that during this time, regarding churches, there really are going to be 3 kinds. I just got off of a webinar with a preacher of a large church on the East Coast, and he shared this thought. There will be some churches that dive. They will die during this coronavirus pandemic. There'll be some churches that survive. They will make a futile attempt at doing some online things and just trying to survive, thinking that eventually everything's going to get back just to normal the way it was. But he suggests that the churches that are going to do the best are those that thrive, trying to figure out how to keep congregants connected and doing ministry, and during this very unusual time, addressing unique needs. The key word is going to be adaptation. The key principle is going to be, blessed are the flexible, for they will not get bent out of shape. Because the normal is all going to be new, and very unlikely will we be returning back to the old. You're going to be hearing of other churches that plan to regather before we do. You're going to hear of churches that are planning to wait even a little bit longer. Respect the decisions of those congregations, but I ask you to respect the decisions of our church leaders as well. We are basing our decision and our timing for what we think is best for our congregation here at Tri-Village. So I do not have a date to announce today, but as we get closer to regathering, we're going to be communicating that date. One of the reasons that we don't have a date today is because circumstances can change so rapidly and there are still discussions occurring. Like you, I miss our being together, but we want to regather safely so that we honor God and we respect others. One other item. Our regathering is going to be a process. It will not be a complete one-time, everything is open as it was. Some of what we've even enjoyed in the past may not come for weeks or months into the regathering. So I ask for you to be patient, and I ask for you to be prayerful. I hope you'll join us online for worship at 10 o'clock this Sunday via Facebook or YouTube. If you have any questions, you can always email me at paulsnoddy@trivillage.org.